Hello, everybody. My name is Coach Steve, and my goal is to create upspace, upward mobility, so you can navigate the next dimension of your life, where you can progress, have success, and have hope. I'm joined today with my day makes some first of mine. I'm going to introduce to to them in a moment, but I want to talk about uh, what we are going to share with you on tonight, and we've been talking about navigating broken paths um, uh, with life challenges. Okay. Um, oh no, that's the wrong one. Sorry. It's meant for living, cultivating peace and purchase in everyday life. Okay. What is mind from living? Where it emphasizes awareness of one's actions, reactions, and choices, cultivating a deeper connection. I know them; they are very, very good people. Embracing. um, but I want to introduce you to these guys because they have a group called EMX. Can one of our uh, describe what is EMX?
EMS is a coaching program that we have, and we have several coaches in it that brings hope to the hopeless. We are hope resuscitators. So we bring hope to every dire situation. We breathe life back into individuals.
Yes, yes. And Denise, she sends me something like almost every morning, and I so appreciate that. Yeah. So let's go around and give each other's names. Give me your name.
Okay,
I'm Coach
I'll
J.
start out. I
Okay.
am Coach Shavita,
Okay.
EMS.
Coach Denise from
Okay.
EMS.
Coach J. Rose from EMS.
Okay.
And I am Coach
All
Grayson, your
right.
neighborhood says, the self awareness implementation specialist of EMS.
Yeah. This is very nice. Now, this is something that I don't normally do. And there's no questions. So this is new for me, talking live. But I know that you guys will do good, and I hope you guys show me some breaks. If you don't understand what I'm saying, then just say that again, okay?
Steve, I think you froze for a minute.
Grayson, you're on mute.
still can't hear you, Grayson. Okay, while Steve is having some technical
All right,
difficulties,
testing,
there we
testing.
go.
You there? Okay. Yeah, our brother actually dropped out for a second, so we're gonna continue on with what he has planned for us this evening. The way we do it, one file down, we just fill in. That's what teamwork is about. So that's what we're gonna do. So, Shavita, if you can take from here, we're gonna continue on. We hope you all are blessed this evening with the information that we're gonna be giving you. We are honored to be on this platform with our brother. We hold him very dear to our heart. He is a very special individual to us, and he brings a lot to the table. And we are so grateful to be here, me and my EMS team. So, Shavita, go ahead. Let's roll.
One of the first questions that Steve had asked us was, what practices or techniques can individuals incorporate into their daily routines to cultivate mindfulness and enhance their sense of presence? And I can share one or two from my experience. And nature walks work for me. Spending time outdoors and connecting with nature, taking a leisure walk in the forest or the park or trail, and paying attention to sights and sounds and smells around me. It lets me know God's presence in the area or in me or in life. And
Yeah.
engaging my senses in this way can help me ground in that moment. Journaling is another way that I like to get myself together. And journaling is, you can dedicate a certain amount of time a day to journal your thoughts, your feelings, and your experiences. And this can help
Yeah.
you process emotions and gain insight into your thought patterns. And it helps foster self-awareness. So you're aware of what you're feeling, why you're feeling it at the time you're feeling it, and what makes you feel that way. And I
Yeah.
also, this is a big one, and I learned this from Coach Denise, gratitude, and to take a moment
Hmm.
each day, reflect on the things that God has done and that I'm grateful for. And I can make a mental list of the things that He's done in the past, and that will remind me that if He did it in the past, He can do it again. And cultivating gratitude can shift your focus away from negativity, and it can enhance your overall sense of well-being.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm sorry, guys. I don't know what happened, but you guys kept going, and
We
that's
got
good.
you. We got you.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah. So thanks, Sabine, for answering the first question. Is there anybody else who would like to say something about the first question?
I do.
Okay.
I'm gonna approach it from the morning aspect of it's a powerful approach to kick off each morning with personal success routine. And there's a book called The Miracle Morning by Hal Elrod, outlines a transformative morning routine consisting of 6 key steps. Grayson can put those 6 steps. I've sent it to him earlier in the chat if someone would like it. But once again, that book is called Miracle Morning. The 6 steps is silence, affirmation, visualization, exercise, reading, and scribing, and it's called Savers. The Savers method offers a simple yet effective process to elevate your life in just 6 minutes each day in the morning. Being Begin with silence to cultivate peace and mental clarity, followed by affirmations to reprogram limiting beliefs. Visualization allows you to mentally rehearse success, while exercise boosts your energy, reading expands your knowledge, and scribing through journaling deepens, once again, Coach Shavita, gratitude and enhanced productivity. The Miracle Morning Method encourages self reflection, exercise,
Yeah.
and mental stimulation to enhance productivity and confidence. By dedicating time to yourself each morning, you set a positive tone for the day ahead. These 6 morning habits can lead to fulfillment and success, but it's crucial to personalize them to suit your preference and needs. You can adjust the time spent on each activity based on your schedule and priority. Even a few minutes of each practice can significantly impact For instance, you can divide the 6 minutes into segments from silence to affirmation, visualization.
yeah,
I need
yeah.
more time for the silence, the solitude, and visualization. So I put more time in that and less time in exercise, but I should put more time in exercise too. Also, finding a moment
Yeah,
at nighttime. Start at nighttime for the next day and visualize something that would make you excited about getting up the next day. And
yeah.
consider also finding a miracle morning buddy. This will hold you accountable and keep you motivated. And having a support system can increase your commitment to maintaining these morning habits.
That's very good. Also, I would like to add affirmations. I do speak to myself affirmations every morning, and that is good, real good for people. Um, so, does anybody else have anything else to say? We can we can hear you.
I'm so used to not being on mute on StreamYard. Mine is a little bit different. How I start my mornings off is, once you go to sleep, when you sleep, your body's resting, but your mind is constantly going. So the first thing I do when I wake up to defog my mind from all type of thoughts from my subconscious, because you have those thoughts from your subconscious that you're not really trying to think about, but they come up because you're not cognizant of where you are or what's going on within your mental state. So the first thing I do to defog that, I start my day off with worship. I put on a worship song, something that's gonna not only soothe my spirit but clear my mind by thinking on the greater things of what God has done. Almost like gratitude. But I just started off with worship, and it's within the worship that my mind begins to clear and my spirit begins to soar. So I just actually just start off just a little bit different, and that works for me because when you just to wake up. Scientists say that the first 3 4 seconds that you wake up that you are insane, your insanity. That's proven. So in order to bring things back into perspective,
Yeah,
to clear my mind, I start off with worship.
yeah, yeah. And Jennifer, do you want to say something?
Yeah, y'all covered a
That's
lot,
good.
team. Y'all covered a lot of stuff. So I'm not going to reiterate what y'all just said, but I do want to say what I do when it comes to overwhelm or just feeling like kind of burnout. I like
Yeah,
to color. I like to go on nature walks. Coloring, what coloring does, I'm gonna give you a tip. Coloring helps the brain focus. So when I'm coloring,
yeah,
it calms me. That's my self-care. My
Mm,
self-care routine is coloring. So I have a lot of coloring books. I be in the store buying coloring books like I'm a kid, but it's very helpful and it helps me decompress. So I like to do the coloring. I like to listen to jazz. I don't need any like tune any words. I just like to just relax so I can just decompress.
yeah,
And I have a routine of putting my phone up at a certain time. I don't always do this, but 95% of the time I put it up at 9:30. I put it up so I can start to just relax. And I'll watch a funny movie because that helps me laugh and kind of like escape all the stuff that happened throughout the day.
yeah.
So those are some things that I do for myself that may be helpful for somebody else.
Okay,
coloring
okay.
note taken.
We are about to go
Yes.
to the
Yes.
second Thanksgiving. Um, y'all, I don't know what is wrong with me. I've been nervous and everything else, but I'm trying to get through this thing, and because I like my videos to flow, but I haven't
Right.
been able to flow since this video has started. But
Listen.
um, I'm a go I'm gonna go on anyway. Okay. Um, so how
That's
does practicing emotional intelligence contribute to reducing stress, enhancing well-being, and nurturing a deeper connection with God? oneself, and interpersonal relationship.
I'll go ahead.
Okay,
Alexi?
well, we know. Thank you.
I'm
Go
going
go
to
ahead,
come.
then it's not, and I'll follow behind her.
Okay.
All right. I'm gonna come from the aspect of the synergistic, having synergistic relationships with people can
Okay.
significantly reduce stress. Synergy was a word I was introduced to in 2014, and I didn't realize
Okay.
that it could apply to relationships, but how having a synergistic relationship with others can really multiply the relationship, and it can reduce stress and enhance overall well-being and foster a deep connection with God and others. Every healthy and effective relationship should ultimately be a win-win situation for all parties involved. When evaluating the dynamics of a relationship, it is essential to ensure that there is a balance and reciprocity. Just like solving math problems, the equation must add up to a win win scenario. If one party is benefiting more than the other, it's crucial to reassess and realign the relationship dynamics to achieve equilibrium. Equilibrium. By incorporating the concept of synergy into a relationship, the potential of growth and transformation is amplified. Synergy has the power to elevate a relationship from mere addition to multiplication, propelling individuals to greater heights in various aspects of their lives, including their connection with God. To cultivate genuine relationships that embody synergy, it's important to consider certain factors. Reflect on the story about David and Uriah and assess how loyal
Yeah.
that Uriah was to David, but David wasn't to Uriah. So the support, so look at that around you and the support around you. Additionally, evaluate whether individuals in your life are truly multiplying your experiences and adding value then rather than subtracting from your well-being. Drawing inspiration from the unity of the think about the team of the dream team in 1992. They strive to set aside personal differences and work towards a common goal in their relationship. And look what they achieved. And embrace the idea of making
Yeah.
sacrifices and putting collective needs above your personal, especially in the context of marriage. This is a tip for you marriage people on here. Where synergy is vital for the success of the marriage. Ultimately, it's crucial to have a spirit of discernment when it comes to investing in a relationship too. If you find yourself constantly giving without receiving in return, it may be necessary to reevaluate the dynamics and consider letting go of that toxic connection. Take inventory of every relationship you in your life right now, and if it's possible, answer these
Yeah.
questions. Are the relationships adding value to your life? Are those relationships helping you multiply your life? Are those relationships subtracting from your life? If they are subtracting from your life, chances are those relationships are adding stress and not contributing to your overall well-being.
Wow. Wow. That's good. Uh, and who else was it, Duco? I'm calling out Gration, but
Yes, no, I have something to add to it.
okay.
One of the first things that we must understand is that what stress is. And stress is actually
Yeah.
just it's an emotional response which is triggered by different kind of external factor that goes on in our life. And when it
Yeah.
comes to emotional intelligence, it really plays a pivotal role in how we're going to perceive, process, and cope with the different stresses. So
Yeah.
some of the ways that we're actually going to deal with that um, stress with emotional intelligence, the first and foremost thing is who I am and what I bring to the table, which is self awareness. Self awareness. People that actually have self awareness, it helps them to be attuned to their emotional state. And this
Yeah.
awareness also allows them to identify the early signs of stress, which is going to help them to be proactive to address it before it even escalates to a higher standard, to a higher degree, where it actually just blown all the way up. And then we have self regulation. Now,
Yeah.
with self regulation. EQ actually equips us with the ability to regulate our emotional response. We have to learn how to not react to situations, but learn how to think through and respond. And this means that even in a high pressure situation, that we can still manage our emotions and think more clearly and make more rational decisions. And the
Yeah.
another part before I'm not gonna be long, using our social skills to help us. Effective communication and conflict resolution skills. We got to all have that to some degree. A hallmark of where our emotional intelligence is. And with the social skills, it actually enables us to navigate challenges, interaction, and minimize the stress inducing misunderstandings because a lot of time it's just misunderstandings.
Yeah. 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 Okay.
I want to add to that.
Okay.
So, so when I think about emotional intelligence, I think about the definition. Emotional intelligence is understanding your emotions and other people's emotions. So
Hmm.
there was a time when I did not understand my emotions and I did not understand other people's emotions, and I was always triggered, always mad. And I was like,
Yeah.
they making me mad. They making me mad. It's like, no, they're not making you mad. You have to understand your emotions and know that your emotions are valid, but just don't let them drive. So I literally
Yeah.
set emotional goals for myself. My emotional goal is peace and joy. So if I'm having a
Yeah.
conversation or interaction with somebody and they're pulling me out of that, or I feel myself being pulled out of that, I know it's time to exit this conversation. You know what? Now is not a good time. I'm not in my best emotional state. Right. A lot of people come to
Yeah.
me and they want to have because I know I'm a safe space. I can control my emotions. I'm aware of my emotions and I'm aware of theirs also. So when they come to me, a lot of people come to me and they want to share things. I have the capacity now to be able to understand and sit with them in their uncomfortable emotions, because there was a time I wasn't comfortable with my emotions. And when somebody started crying, I'm
Right.
like, please don't cry. I'm telling you not to cry because I wasn't comfortable with my emotions. So it's just really understanding it and being aware of it and just noticing that. So I just wanted to share that because
Yeah.
that area right there changed my entire life. It affects so much of our lives we don't even realize. It affects business, it affects
Yeah.
relationships, it affects on the job, it affects so many areas. So that area there, that's my little baby. I love talking about emotional intelligence.
Emotions make you sad sometimes.
Yeah, yeah. Yes, this was very important to me. Um, Before I had the stroke, I had 2 months strength, and I don't know how to come down. And wasn't until I got out of the hospital and into rehab that I started to know how to reduce my strength, and really really went down when I went to the diagnosis. Then that a man that changed my life completely. So and I want to say to you three, do four, that strength can cause high blood pressure. The high blood pressure
Hmm.
is the number one cause of a stroke. So you got to reduce your stress and really emotionally intelligent. That's the way. That's the way. So, Savini, did you want to say something or
No, I think you all covered that very well.
okay,
You
okay,
covered that very well.
okay, yes, okay. The last question is: in what ways can mindful living impact various aspects of, of life, such as relationships, work, and happiness?
Well, I'll start off and say the relationship part, it improves communication. Like mindfulness, it helps individuals become more present and attentive in their interaction with others.
Yeah,
And I had to work on that myself, leading to better communication and understanding. And having empathy, and it enhances your empathy. And by cultivating
yeah,
awareness of their emotions, your emotions, and experiences, and individuals can develop a greater empathy and compassion towards others. And that fosters deeper connections and more meaningful relationships. And it also helps with conflict resolution. Like mindfulness promotes non-negativity and non-judgment, which enables individuals to respond to the conflict with greater calmness and clarity. And this
Yeah.
can lead to more of a constructive and peaceful resolution to conflicts in
Yeah.
relationships. Somebody want to
Okay.
piggyback on that?
I
Okay,
ju-
I'll
I ju-
piggyback.
okay, go ahead. You go, and then I jump in behind you. Go ahead,
Okay,
Coach Denise.
I'm gonna go out with what Coach Jennifer stated about emotional intelligence, and I'm gonna come from the aspect of, when you're able to really to hone in on your emotions and then control your emotions and be able to sit with other people's emotions. That empathy part is really key, because when you approach the interaction with empathy, it does cultivate a safe and supportive environment that encourages an open communication where individuals feel heard and valued. By responding with empathy, we can better, like you said, regulate our emotions and support others in a more effective manner. This leads to the resolution,
Yeah.
once again, of conflicts, a calm, tense, it can calm a tense situation, and the nurturing of
Yeah.
healthy relationships. But when we are in tune with our own emotions and those of others, we become attuned to nonverbal clues too. That's what I want, those nonverbal clues, and listening more attentive. It strengthens our relationships. This heightened emotional awareness foster a deep connection and trust. Empathy is the key attribute of effective leadership. So if any
Yeah.
leaders out there, empathy is really a key. Leaders who demonstrate empathy are able to connect with their team members on a deeper level and create a positive work culture and inspiring trust and loyalty. By
Yeah.
understanding the needs and aspirations of others, empathetic leaders can make informed decisions and motivate their teams to effectiveness. Empathy plays that crucial role again in mentoring too.
Yeah.
Okay, by empathizing
Yeah.
with others and understanding their needs and motivations, we can offer valuable support and guidance when mentoring and coaching others. And it's a joy to witness other people grow and thrive up under your guidance. We read a book in the book
Yeah.
club called How to Win Friends and Influence People. And there were some points that I wanted to bring out from that book. And it says, to see the value, you got to see the value in people's best moments. They're not going to always be the best, but see the value in their best moments, and to be an active listener. And when you make decisions to be present when people are talking to you physically and emotionally, and schedule it. Don't squeeze people in, fit people in. If you feel like you're in a rush, people are not going to think you're a safe person. So don't rush when you're having an interaction. And remember this, if you don't have an answer, it's okay. The person just wants to know they was heard and you just listen. Require and
Yeah.
that requires you being intentional being present. Culture has trained us to respond and not listen, and set listening boundaries. I learned this from Pastor Laquan. You want to hear them and hear them well. So I use this
Yeah.
acronym that I have in the someone gave me in the den, and it says, "Wait, why am I talking?" And see people as a person, and we don't do that. But we're
Yeah.
changing.
Yeah.
We're going to change. We're changing that narrative with with this podcast.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
I hope so. I hope so. Marvin living, mindful I'm yourself, and mindful I'm other people. Yeah. Yeah. So
I just,
this
yeah, I
you're
want
That's
to,
so
gonna
good.
go ahead.
yeah, I'm gonna jump on
Mhm.
the back side of that, on the second
Okay.
side of what mindfulness is, because mindfulness, if you understand that we've been taught, eh, especially through church, as growing up, they tell you be mindful of the things that you say, be mindful of this, be mindful of that, and
Yeah.
mindfulness actually is going to impact your happiness. And by practicing mindfulness, it actually increases your sense of appreciation and gratitude for your partner, for other people. It actually helps you to enhance your sense of inner awareness. Being mindful help you to be
Yes,
more
yes,
self-aware within yourself, and it also helps you to be aware of the beauty and the blessings that are in your life. Being mindful will help you to see the blessings of God that are in your life, because when you're mindful, you're more cognizant of what God is actually doing within your life. So in all thy
yeah,
getting,
yeah,
be mindful also.
yeah, yeah, yeah. That's good. That's a good.
Good.
Anybody else?
And I'm
Okay.
going to piggyback
Where
on that.
you? Okay.
I just wanted to share this one part. And I just learned this, that mindfulness increases your focus and productivity.
Mm.
Because when your mind is
Yes.
in different
Yes.
places, you can't get the what you need in front of you done and show up as your best self in excellence. So practicing it
Yes.
and it helps you focus and you become more
Yeah.
productive and you get stuff done
Yeah.
in a timely manner and it's an excellence because you're not everywhere. You're right where you need to be in that moment.
Yeah. 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 PD was teaching the then on fix your focus, and one of the things
Hmm.
that I had to fix my focus in is distractions. Uh, he said focus is selective. You select something and stick with that something. If something distracts you in any way, you gotta come and cut them off on. Yeah, and so yeah, and this was real good. I'm glad that you guys came on for my first live. I'm not gonna ask you how I did. Hey, but man, I let my hands but I had to do it. I had to do it. Even though I have aphasia, it was very, very trying for me to do this live, but I do it anyway. And I just thank you guys for being here with me, being on with me. You have such great advice. You answer the questions perfectly. Uh, I really enjoyed it. Yeah. So I'm gonna say to all my audience, we love you. God bless you. I mean, we see you the next time. Okay.
Amen. Love you all.
Goodbye. Love you guys.
Goodbye.
Love
Thanks
you
for
back.
watching.
Thank you for
All
having
right.
us, Coach
Yes,
T.
yes. Thank you for having us, Coach.
Mhm.
Yeah, thank you.
So you're gonna look
I
up in
didn't
the
get to
right hand
shout out
in the
all of y'all, but Tiffany, Letitia, Sheree,
in the right hand corner. You're gonna
we
hit end
appreciate y'all
stream.
joining us.
Hit end the stream in the right hand corner. He froze. Yeah, up in the right it says end stream.
Thank y'all for tuning in.
All righty.
Well, I guess I know where to go. I'm trying to kick this
Hit,
thing off.
okay, in the right hand corner, you're gonna hit end stream.
Okay, I think I got it.